I'm actually planning to play this game later in the end, but then I guess I could play this in the beginning. The first one. Let's see. Probably going to be heavy. I mean, the title alone is Room of Depression, so probably going to be heavy theme. Wait. It's gone. Oh. Okay, yeah, so I'm currently wanted to... No, let's check this later. I'm currently using the streamer mode on, but I don't know if this is going to make any change, any difference. Probably there will be more.
Anyone could be suffering from depression. This game is designed to place players into the shoes of someone living with depression. Rather than thinking about the symptoms, we invite you to focus on feeling. We hope this experience can provide some helpful insight if there is someone in your life who has depression. The character in this game does not represent all people with depression. Please note, there may be triggering material within the game. Make sure to take breaks if necessary.
Wait.
It feels like no matter what, the end of one tunnel is the start of another.
Wow. It probably was back then. Probably.
Which would be the greater suffering? To remain in this endless loop, or to find an exit that's just as meaningless?
This probably means I'm supposed to go back? No? Oh. There are no going back. Second. Can I make this lower? Like even lower? No. Okay, second, forgot. Okay. This is so sensitive. Oh, something here. This is so sensitive. How to... It seems like I could actually interact with this, but this is so sensitive, it's hard to... I cannot... What if I do this, yeah? Nothing is basically the same. See, I have 4656-ish FPS right now. So yeah, I guess my assumption is correct. The culprit of all these lags and broke heavy OBS lately is that plugin.
It
See?
feels like there's no hope in sight. The days stretch on endlessly. 1 year blends into 10 until death is the only reprieve.
Wow. It does feel like that before. Like I'm basically sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. And here we are, already in 2 years since that year, that time. Think about the past 2 weeks of your life and if the following description are a match. Low spirits, irritable, frequent temper tantrums, trouble, lost interest in the past hobbies like sports or games, loss of appetite, overeating or sudden weight loss or gain, insomnia, refusal to get up, excessive sleepiness, sluggish movements or speech or action are more aggressive than usual, feeling tired or lethargic, lack of concentration, loss of motivation to learn, feel unjustified guilt, self-blame or self-loathing, obsessive thoughts of death or suicide, drafting a will, gifting away your favorite things. I'm not anymore. I'm not anymore. I mean, all of the symptoms are gone, basically. It was... I do felt this type of... all of the symptoms back then. Probably not all, but like, mostly. Almost all of them. Probably like 6 out of 9. But then I'm not anymore. 0. Yeah, I'm healthy basically since probably 2nd week of December, which is nice. Thanks God.
I have to tell her I'm not okay. Let's
I have
rehearse.
to.
I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy. Why
Should
is
I-
this so heavy?
Oh. Wow. It doesn't budge. It's basically budge a little. Do I have to increase this? No, it is made to be this heavy to symbolize how heavy it is to say that I am not okay. But I couldn't say that, I guess. I mean, look at this, it's so hard, even though I tried my best to move my mouse.
This one's the worst so far.
Well, there is that day.
What's with these thoughts?
but let's try. Yeah, at least back then when I feel super worse, I just went to sleep and leave everything behind. Like, just sleep. But at least I do tell someone, so I'm okay, practically. Kinda wanted to cry though. Okay, go on. A little bit more. It's hard, but I can do it. We done? Yes. Oh, I am unhappy. I thought I'm going to say I'm not okay. Okay, let's try
Really?
again.
They're only words, but somehow they're not coming out.
I know, but let's try. At least tell someone. At least let it out. At least write it out. At least I tried. I wanted to cry though. No. Let's try. Okay, a little bit more. Whew.
Okay. I'm ready. Wait! She's just being polite. There's no need to bother her. If you answer the question for real, they'll think you're weird. There's no point in making her worry. She can't help me anyway.
Okay, let's walk again. The mouse sensitivity is so sensitive. See? Oh, there are 2 notes now. 3 even. 4. Okay.
We often dwell on trivial things.
Yeah. It was. We do. We were.
So our efforts soon go down the drain again and again.
God, if I'm
On
going to cry
occasion,
after.
we may be willing to open up our hearts.
God, if I'm going to cry on stream after this one.
But when we hide our true selves, it feels like people barely notice.
Second. This is definitely a wrong game to start the session. Now I'm sad. Ooh, comfort a depressed person. Based on the following pictures, think about how to comfort someone with depression. Click on 3 shadows to reveal them and try to explain how they can be used. If you can't, then repeat with another picture. How to choose a mask. Oh, a mask. What is this, a star? Oh, a watch. This and this are basically a mask. Right? Like, it's okay to just mask yourself up, but then, what am I supposed to use? Band-aid. That's not what I'm supposed to use, but then
okay. I got this.
This seems simple,
Keep
right?
going. Nearly there.
Four, 6, 3, 4, 2, 3.
Leave me
Futile.
alone. Let me concentrate. Concentrate. How is this so hard for you?
God, the narration.
Why does this keep happening? I just want to do well. All these lingering doubts don't just interfere with our concentration at work.
Wait a second. I need to
All
take a
these
screenshot,
lingering
please.
doubts don't just interfere with our concentration at work. They impact our core confidence in all that we do, in ourselves, and in our futures.
It does. Which one is the next one? Here? This one?
Over and over, we live our days like this until finally
Finally what?
we lose everything.
Oh. Yeah, at some point.
Did you think depression was simply about having extreme thoughts?
Oh, I have to click.
This segment was just a representation of having depressive emotions and feelings. You may have felt this way before, too. Now let me show you the difference between having these feelings and living with depression.
What time is it? 3:13. Okay.
Oh, it's too heavy. I need to take some stuff out.
By stuff, do you mean like something like this?
I didn't manage to finish my work today, even though I don't have anything to do when I get back home.
Okay.
I wish you both every happiness. Belle, I've been so empty since you left.
That doesn't reduce anything? Oh, it does. Okay.
Mom, where are you? When are you gonna come back?
nothing else. What am I going to reduce then? Myself?
What am I gonna do? If I fail, Dad will be furious. Why can't I keep my focus? There's nothing else left inside the bag. Why is it still so heavy?
Wait, I have to reduce this too? How? Okay, it's not. Huh? Why there are no like... Oh. Wrong area. See, the cursor is so sensitive, it's hard to...
There is no logical way to explain depression. Even so, we seek out reasons for the unhappiness. Perhaps it was a breakup or an issue with our studies. It hurts to be perceived as someone with a mental disorder because we don't want society to label us as oversensitive or even crazy because we're too emotional. But by doing this, we invite those around us to try to solve the symptoms rather than get to the root of the issue. At the end of the day, we're left only with a lack of satisfaction, and our depression lingers.
No more, right? Yes. Let's guess which experience is real. Please share two experiences where you encounter difficulties and were able to overcome them in the end. One is fake, one is real. Guess which is which. I can overcome this. How? What to do? Oh, nothing. How am I supposed to complete this? Just click complete? I could overcome this though, and this. I basically didn't feel anything. And this probably. But I didn't achieve anything great basically in these past 2 years. So for this one, someone died and I didn't feel anything. Empty. Hollow, but it doesn't feel anything. Like it just... okay. For this one, yeah, it's starting to get better. But I didn't have to choose anything then. Just complete? Okay. Is this going to be related with how hard it is to eat?
Let me see. I like...
Correct ingredients, wrong order. Correct ingredients, correct order. A burger is supposed to be... What is this? Pineapple? Meat. No more bun. I usually like something like this. Should I drag? Oh, I see. No. No. How to delete? Cancel. Wrong. Supposed to be here. Nevermind. Can I add... usually there is onion. and cheese and eggs, I guess.
This isn't what I want. Let's try something else.
I know it's not supposed to be like that. This is supposed to be in the bottom. Usually there is an onion, cheese, and this, I guess. So this and cheese and this. No? What do you want? Do you want this? This is what I made. What do you want then? Correct ingredients, wrong order. Wait, let's just try this one. Randomly. What will happen? Oh, I see. What is this? A bun? A bun inside a burger? This is a bun. Yes. Why do you need a bun inside a burger? Again. Okay, lettuce.
I want a burger with lettuce, tomato, and pineapple.
Huh? Burger with lettuce, tomato, and pineapple? Huh? Lettuce, tomato, pineapple, and this? Or probably pineapple, lettuce, tomato, and this. Okay. This is a bun, right? This is another bread. Why do you need another bread here? Oh, lettuce, tomato, and this. Oh, this is not a bread?
Okay, that's what I want.
Okay. What do you have to eat? Okay. Oh, again. What, are you gonna puke? What? Ew, what?
I'm stuffed. Why can't I even finish one burger?
Okay, so should we throw this off? Okay, let's see. We have no memories. Let's
You
go.
can taste things and tell if they're good.
Yeah, correct.
But eating won't make us feel content or happy.
No matter how much we consume.
Probably.
Sometimes we even feel ashamed by our appetite. What makes you happy?
That's probably the trickiest question of all to answer.
What makes me happy? I don't know. What makes me happy? Don't know. Why am I happy? I don't know. But if people ask why do I feel sad, I probably also don't know how to answer. Is there something that makes you sad? Currently, no. Come up with an object that reminds you of sadness and let audience guess. Audience can only ask yes or no questions. Example, is it food? Is it red? Oh, this is supposed to be playable with the viewers. Ah, that's why the streamer mode is on. That's the purpose. I thought there will be something like suicidal or gore, so they're going to censor those things. Apparently it's not. This is too heavy to be played on the stream. Like, I don't think people are going to came up and deliver their story. 11 p.m. They're going to go home at 11 p.m.
Who's holding the camera? Is it on a tripod?
What do you? Oh,
Huh. Their cat isn't in this.
there.
My cousin graduated before I even realized.
Ooh. That hit the nail. What? Like 15 years just gone by? Wow, you didn't improve at all for 15 years? Wow.
Fit enough to go hiking at that age. How nice. Maybe I should get breakfast at Fellows Cafe tomorrow.
She's put on some weight. She shouldn't be old enough to care about that.
She didn't improve at all for 15 years. Like at all? More years to go? Huh? I mean, well, I do relate to the game, but this is so... so dramatic. This is 30 years already.
Every day is the same. Things repeat themselves day after day.
Time flies. She's all grown up now, but I'm still living the same life.
Okay.
10 years, 20 years, 30 years. 10 years. Days repeat like turning wheels. The repetition isn't even the most terrifying part. It's the fact that I can't see the end.
Okay. I'm not feeling sad anymore, and I don't
Feels
want...
like no matter what, the end of one tunnel is the start of another.
We're starting from the beginning? No, I'm not feeling sad or wanted to cry anymore, so it's okay.
If there's no means of escape, what's the point of moving forward?
Wow. A second, another screenshot. Okay.
To endure the same cycle over and over. When will this all end?
It does feel that heavy. But yeah, 30 years and she didn't even improve at least? Wow. That's a really long. If I could, I would like to live like this. Are you satisfied with your current life? What kind of life do you want to live? I can't choose anything, right? Yes. Are you satisfied with your current life? Not really, but it does getting better, so I'm okay. Like I'm not feeling bad and as depressed as last year or a few months ago or even 2021-ish. And it's not satisfying yet, but still it's okay at this point. Like I could eat food and have some meals, not like a few months ago. So I'm practically okay, I guess, at this point. Honestly, this type of thing is helping, in my point of view, like making everything brighter rather than leaving everything dark makes our mood increase. So yeah, it probably doesn't seem to be helping that much, but still it helps.
Go to
What
sleep
else?
and don't think about anything. Stop thinking. Focus on sleeping.
Eesh. Hurry, 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 hurry.
Why can't I stop thinking about it no matter how hard I try?
I know, but yeah. Oh, okay. Ooh, Koda is live.
I fall asleep when I don't want to, but I can't sleep when I need to. The more I worry about not falling asleep, the harder it gets.
The more I want to control my mind, the harder it becomes. There are plenty of things like this in life. It's so frustrating.
For me, it doesn't reach that far. Yeah, it
Bored
doesn't
of the
reach that
repetitive
stage.
motions? This is how our thoughts are occupied all year round. This segment was only 2 minutes long, but we have to live like this 24 hours a day.
Oh, okay.